Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Knoll Zone. This is the Tarda Zone Talks, and we're here live to talk about Doctor Who. They're up for a Bafta, and I can't believe it. Um, they're up for a Bafta for Best TV Moment of the Year for the boy generation. And I'm just sitting here kind of thinking, is the TV industry, British TV industry, that bad that has been picked as one of the best moments, or is nominated to be one of the best moments of the year for BAFTA? Um, we're going to get into it. We're going to see who the Doctor Who is up against. But I do know they're up against the Beckhams. The Beckhams have a documentary out, and there is a funny part in the documentary where she's talking about school and all, and she's kind of telling a little fib, if you will. You know the way we tell little white lies. We kind of exaggerate things a little bit. Well, she's exaggerating about growing up and being drove to school by her dad or something, and Beckham pops his head in and mentions a Rolls Royce or something, and it's funny. Um, so I can understand why that's being nominated, but why the boy generation is being nominated, I do not know. But we'll get into it. The article's in the link description, by the way. So if you want to read the article, go ahead. You know, we have to be very careful on YouTube nowadays, and I'm not taking any risks. So I will read the article here on my phone. And Doctor Who, just before we start, the Doctor Who official X account wrote this, and this is what their response was. No way, the Doctor's Boy Generation has been nominated for a BAFTA TV award. And then two hearts with flames around them, and hashtag Doctor Who. And then they put the link in for the list of nominees. But we're going to be reading who the list of nominees are in this article here. And the article is in the link description. And we've got Nigel in the chat, who's a member. Welcome, Nigel. And we've also got Lindsay, also, who's here. And nice to see you, Lindsay. And obviously, anybody else who watches later on, thank you for the support. We really do appreciate it. So let's get into this. Normally, when I do these videos, especially during the Whitaker era, right? Because I have to point something out here. During the Whitaker era, they actually made up side awards in the BAFTA and all of these other awards, TV, national awards as well, or whatever it's called, TV award, whatever. They were making up these little side awards to award the Whitaker era some sort of trophy. They even won a golden tomato off Rotten Tomatoes. Like, it was pathetic, right? They didn't actually win many awards of note. Now, Doctor Who being nominated for a BAFTA would normally be a good thing, right? And maybe it is a good thing, but I mean, I'm trying to think, would there be any other scene in those four specials that I would say was worthy of a BAFTA nomination? And I'm struggling to find one. I'm actually struggling to find one. So maybe the jury that picked this just kind of, you know what, this is a bit funny. It's unusual. We'll just go with that. It's not going to win. Like, but we've got to nominate something. But it's definitely not the best TV moment. But let's read this article. So, Doctor Who, Beckham's, and Succession face off to be named best, to be named TV moment of the year. Now, I'm going to say this, right? Doctor Who is not going to win, right? The Beckhams may not even win, but it is funny. But if I know me TV Succession has been doing very well, and people have been ranting and raving about it. And I'm pretty sure that has uh, a special moment in it. So I would say, without even seeing the TV show, I haven't watched Succession yet. It's one of those on my list that I am going to be watching. I heard it's absolutely fantastic, and I trust a lot of people out there when they say it is fantastic. I haven't watched it yet. I always wait nowadays for TV shows to nearly come to the end of their run before I start watching. So I have a load of seasons to watch, and then I can either binge or watch when I want. Um, so it's one of those, but I reckon that has a chance. So six most talked about TV moments shortlist for the Bafta. So here they are. So Shooty Gatwa's unveiling as the 15th Time Lord in Doctor Who. Boo! Right. Uh, and David Beckham teasing his wife Victoria about her working class upbringing among the standout scenes shortlisted for the BAFTA. And that is, she's trying to say and her dad was driving her to school in a Rolls Royce. But it was the funniest thing because you weren't expecting David Beckham to pop his head around the door and actually call her out while they were making the documentary. But it was so funny. Even she laughed. She saw the funny side of it, and it became this thing. Now Cheryl likes that moment. She said it when I told her that Doctor Who was up, and I said the Beckhams were up as well. That was the scene she alluded to, and they do have a very good chance. No matter what you think of the Beckhams, I think they are showing the funny side of themselves. It's just a pity they didn't do it years ago because they always come across as if they have, they have a bit of an attitude. But lately, she's gone a bit more chill or something. I don't know what it is, but she's gone real chill. Um, Characters: Catherine Carwood and Tommy Lee Royce's final kitchen showdown in Happy Valley. Blind musician Lucy's performance in the piano, and the relationship between Bill and Frank in The Last of Us are also in contention for P&O Cruise's memorable moment award. Um, and then Gatwas is said medical media tycoon Logan Roy's death shocked fans uh, of the drama Succession, primarily because it happened off screen and so early in the final series. So they're up for nomination as well. Um, so I have seen the blind girl actually play the piano, and I was blown away as well. I'm not messing. If you haven't seen her name is Lucy, and she's completely blind. And they put her at a piano, and you just hear the great. Oh man, I would give it. Do you know what? I would give it to that actually. I like moments like that, moments that I'm not expecting. But I don't expect Doctor Who to win for Shooty Gatwa's reveal in the boy generation. There's no the fact that it's even nominated. I don't know if that's just insider favors. Give RTD a leg up. You know what I mean? And it's not unheard of, but I don't think any of that. I'm trying to think of a moment that isn't that they've nominated that I would consider in Doctor Who to be one of the best TV moments of the specials that we got, and I can't. And there isn't. I can't think of one. We've got Scottish Davros and Friends Wrestle with Pop Culture in the chat as well. We got Garbage, and we got Unknown 189. I thought it used to be 289. Hmm? Did you change that? Or have I been? Did you change that? He says question marks anyway. He's kind of puzzled like the rest of us. Why would you be nominating that? Um, but look, you know, I think it's the first proper nomination for a BAFTA because, as I said, I think the rest of them with Jodie Whittaker were kind of what was it? One of them was a Virgin Media Moment of the Year, but it was part of the BAFTAs. They just start making up side awards to give that era to Doctor Who. It was actually a joke. We were all having a laugh and a joke about that. Do you remember? Every time they came out with a new award, oh, we've won this award from a telephone company, yay, or whatever. Um, but yeah, I'll ask you guys this. So I can't think of a moment in Doctor Who that I would consider the best TV moment, let alone this. Do any of you guys in the chat have a best TV moment in Doctor Who with the four specials that dropped? Because I can't think of one. Hold on. Apparently, Elon Musk's rocket is launching off. Let's see if the live launch is here. Because every time like he's gotten progress every time, but it'll be interesting to see now. Is it actually in orbit? That'll be exciting. Let's see. Oh, it made it. Did they made it? Starship is in space. He bloody did it. They all wrote him off after it exploded. They all wrote him off. Holy! I mean, he's screwing up X, right? The platform. But I mean, Jesus Christ, they've actually made it. Are you for real? Wow. We're going to Mars if we already haven't been there. Wink, wink. Um, I'm gonna have to watch that from the beginning. See, I love that shit. I loved. I can't believe they've actually. It's separated from its booster successfully and now is coasting in space. What a big step since the second launch. All the lefties be going mad now, they will. Because they celebrated when he's rocking and called him a failure. And he's just had to succeeding. The biggest rocket that has ever been launched has made it into Earth's orbit. Wow. Anyway, back to the BAFTA. So shoot for anybody that's coming in late. Um, Doctor Who has been nominated for a BAFTA for Best TV Moment of the Year for the Boy Generation scene. Yes, and we're here kind of wondering why. Um, and we've also discussed the list of nominees from Succession to the documentary about the blind girl playing the piano, and the Beckham's documentary, and there's other stuff there. So they're up against stiff competition, but a jury picked Ncuti Gatwa's reveal as the 15th Doctor, so the boy generation, um, as one of the best TV moments. Um, and I'm clueless to I'm clueless because I'm trying to think of any other moment in Doctor Who that we've watched RTD's return, and there's none that I can think of that I'd put. Look, the bottom line is I don't think Doctor Who should be nominated for a BAFTA, but as I said, maybe this is a leg up. Just getting nominated. They're not actually going to win. Nobody's going to take it seriously. So we'll just put Doctor Who's name forward because it looks good that they've been nominated, right? So I don't get it though. I really don't get it. The industry, the award ceremonies anyway. These kind of things have lost credibility anyway over the years. Hollywood, the Golden Globes, and the Oscars. Yeah, sometimes justice is done. Like I think this year, Killian Murphy, the whole of Oppenheimer. I think that was the right decision, to be honest with you, and the right choice. But they're a farce, right? They've been a farce for years. These award ceremonies, right? And they nominate things for just stupid things, whether it's diversity, whether it's fucking inclusion, whether it's because they got a message you know what I mean. It's not for actual the talent anymore. It's all virtual signaling, and it's ruining it. So I don't take award ceremonies very seriously anymore. Back in the day, I did when they actually meant something, when they were actually giving it to people that were deserving of it, the people that deserved it for their talent. But they're not giving it to people for their talent anymore. So as I said, it might be just to give them a leg up. They won't really win, but we'll see. Because stranger things have happened in this bloody award ceremony. I mean, if it was to win the BAFTA for that, I mean, then we might as well just give up because you know what I mean. That is not worthy. That is not worthy of um the best TV moment. How is that a gimmick that ruined Regeneration? One of the best TV moments of the year. It's not right. It's absolutely a shambles. If we're being honest about it, right? It should be nowhere near getting a nomination for a BAFTA in any category. In any category, right? It's not good enough to be nominated right now. And that's the bottom line. People have to face reality out there. And you jurors out there that select these things, you really need to cop onto yourselves, right? People could see through you are bullcrap, right? Doctor Who should not be nominated on any level right now. It's an absolute shambles of a TV show. That's what I mean. That's what I said. YW 2324. I said it. If that's one of the best, if that's nominated as one of the best TV noms, I said it at the very start of this stream. If that's considered one of the best TV moments, then the British film and TV industry must be in an awful state right now. So I, I just I just I'm just baffled. Anyway, here's the thing: I don't watch TV anymore. I just watch whatever shows or movies I want to. I don't have my Skybox in here anymore. We don't have TV. I don't have BBC anymore. I don't have Sky anymore. I got rid of it all, right? So I watch what I want to watch when I want to watch. And that's the way I like it. I control my own TV. I control what movies I watch. So I don't watch TV. I just like watching crime shows. They're entertaining. Yeah, I like the old crime documentaries. There's loads on YouTube crime channels as well. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. But the majority of them are actually very good. There's loads out there. There's a guy that does stories as well called Mr. Ballin. He's very good. And then there's other crime channels out there as well. They're good. I watch all of them. I watch all the paranormal stuff as well. Now, not the these people that go into the fake paranormal, but I watch home video clips and all of this and camera footage. Um, and it does be interesting. Um, but there are a lot of grifters out there. Um, so yeah, on YouTube you have to be kind of careful, even in the crime and crime community. And they've been hit very badly with all the copyright and all of these new rules because it's getting harder for them now to do that documentaries and some like that. Some of them do documentaries and they do be even better than the ones that you see on TV. So I don't watch TV anymore. YouTube and other platforms watch me movies and TV shows on. I'm done with BBC, right? And it's absolutely fantastic. I control what I want to watch. Same with the missus, right? We control what we want to watch, and we enjoy what we watch. Simple as that. And when the industry wakes up, and when they decide then to start making good movies and TV shows, I'll be back one day, right? But for now, I very seldomly um, get excited about movies that are coming out. In saying that, though, I am excited for the new Ghostbusters movie. And tonight, if you're a member, you will get to join us tonight for Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now, I've got to explain this because some people don't understand what we do here on the movie zone. So this is how it works. We come on at 7 p.m. and then we tell you the movie that we're doing. In this case, it's Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now, if you have a copy of that at home, right, whether it's a Blu-ray or DVD, 7 o'clock, get it ready to go, right? Come and join us, and then we do a countdown, right? And then as soon as we get to zero, say press play. Everybody presses play at the same time. You guys at home, me here, the panelists that I have on Real Super Doctor, everybody presses play and we watch the movie together that way. So you watch at home, I watch at home, and then what happens is then me and myself and Real Super Doctor will be discussing Ghostbusters Afterlife while we're watching the movie, and people will be in the chat. Chris Persia loves the movie zone, and there's a couple of others that join us. But we've decided now that we've got more members, we're going to make it a membership thing. So if you join us tonight at 7 and join our community if you want to, remember, I do give away 10 free memberships each month courtesy of YouTube. But if you can't wait, you can go and buy a membership. It's as little as $1.99. And if you want to join us for the membership streams, you can. Friday, we have another membership stream as well. It's the TARDIS Zone Talks. We're all member stream episode 4, I think. And myself, Brendan from the Sense Sphere, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch will be talking. Oh, well, you've heard my opinion on all the Doctor Who news. They will be giving theirs. And then, of course, they will probably have their own topics as well to bring up and to talk about in relation to Doctor Who. So plenty coming up, and we will have another afternoon stream tomorrow as well. So you can join me for that as well. So yeah, I used to watch all the CSIs. But my favorite one was Cold Case back in the day. I used to love Cold Case. It's a great show. I loved that show. I did Cold Case. Um, but I think near the end it got a bit. Yeah, it wasn't as good if I remember correctly. I'll have to go back and watch that again because I used to love Cold Case. Some of them are heartbreaking episodes and sad. That's what you want from a crime drama as well. You know, you just don't want the nitty gritty, but you want that emotion as well, don't you? When you're watching. So yeah, we're doing Ghostbusters Afterlife tonight because obviously this month, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is going to be out, and I think as Ghostbusters fans, and as you know, Real Super Doctor is also a huge Ghostbusters fan, so he's joining me tonight for that. It was the movie that he chose, um, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to watch Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I think it's a good movie to start back the movie zone with. We've been doing the movie zone for a long, long time, um, and you know, over that time we haven't had many viewers watching live or at, but for us, it doesn't matter who's there, right? We know that there's certain people there, and what happens, we enjoy it. It's just a chill stream. It's just something for us to something different for us to do, and we get to discuss movies that we actually enjoy, and there's nothing better. So get your copy of Ghostbusters Afterlife. If you're a member, come and join us at 7 p.m. tonight, and we will be we'll have a good time anyway. A chill stream, nothing better. um Now, obviously I've kind of messed up now because normally I should be on X at 7 because I do the Irish zone. But what's going to happen is I'm just going to push that. So there's actually I'm streaming 3 times today. Madness, but it has to be done. But I'm loving it right now. Everything is great. You know, I'm keeping busy, so that's the good thing. But yeah, go and check out all of those channels as well as I mentioned. There's loads of stuff, documentaries and all on YouTube. You know, you don't really have to miss out, folks. You know, that's the thing. There are other alternative stuff that you can watch. But back to Doctor Who. I do wish it the best of luck, but it's not gonna win. It's not going to win because it's not good enough. But to me, this feels like it might be a leg up from the industry because it looked good on Doctor Who CV that it was even nominated. Because remember, it has been nominated in the past but hasn't necessarily won, right? So it it will look good for them that it's being nominated because then the delusions of all the other fans in the fandom that actually think this show is great, to them that'll be a great moment and it'll keep the delusion up that this show is absolutely fantastic. When in reality, it's a pile of crap right now. So now limits to being a mad lad without a box, streaming 3 times a day. You need to unwind between streams. Well, I do. I've got Fortnite, man. I go and I shoot people on the game. Um, so I do. That's what I'm doing to relax. Or me and Cheryl will whack on YouTube and we'll watch an old crime documentary or ghost videos or some funny stuff. Um, so I do. So as soon as I finish this stream now, I'm off to cook dinner. We're having some cheesy crusted hake with baby potatoes and sweet chili sauce going with that and some other stuff. So yeah, I've got that to do, and I like me cooking. Me cooking helps me to kind of unwind a little bit as well. So I'm all good. You don't have to worry. Last night was a bit of a blip. I'm all good. Um, but kind of got it out my system. It's been building up a little bit, you know. I'm not going to hide my emotion. You know, I am upset about what's happening to the show. I know some people say get a grip. There's worse things happening in the world. Yeah, and because of those worst things happening in the world, I have nothing to fall back on. Do you know what I mean? Something that I used to always fall back on when times were tough, and that was Doctor Who. Oh yeah, so you know it happens. But it was a bit of a blip. Just pop in while at a red light. Um, I listened while driving. Oh, do I sound like I have a radio voice? Welcome to the null zone. Um, Noel, how's Ted doing? Still on the mend? Yeah, he's. See, you know when you know Ted is starting to get better and well. He starts barking again and running around like a little lunatic. Now we've tried to limit him running around like a little lunatic because we want his back to fully heal. You know, because he got a bit sore there. I reckon that's what was happening to him. Um, so he's barking a lot. And he's running. He's eating. He's doing grand. I forgot to put up the photograph yesterday, but I took a photograph of him a few days back. He's. I think I posted it in one of the chat DMs that I'm in on X. But he's doing grand. Yeah. Just pop. Oh, sounds delicious. Yeah, I'll put a photograph up on X. I actually put some of the meals up for people to see. Because obviously, um, I worked as a chef before I had my accident, so I used to cook in kitchens and hotels all over the place here. So yeah, it's one of the yeah. My life took a different path. Let's just say, and that's also been hard to kind of deal with as well over the years, because I love cooking. Yeah. Anyway, no, make me an extra dinner, and I'll try pop over for supper. I will, but you're from Canada, Jesus, man. You want to be getting, you'd want to be leaving. I mean, if you want to pop over next week, yeah, I'll put a photograph up for people on X anyway. I do, and I'll throw it up on the YouTube community tab. Then I didn't know people be interested to see what the food looks like, but I'll throw it up, and even the old photos, I'll throw them up for some people now on YouTube. In the community tab, and you can let me know what you think of the food. Honest opinions, you know what I mean? I don't care. We eat the food; it's lovely anyway. Um, you know, uh, and sometimes I do take me plating seriously, but then other times I just plop it on the fucking plate. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. Um, I need to go now, boys. Off to work in a few minutes. Good luck with that. Worker, worker. 3 o'clock. I used to do that. I used to do a bit of security as well. Madness, man. To go in at either 3 or 5 and wouldn't finish until 8 in the morning. Madness. Well, it was 5. It was 8 in the morning. If it was 3, then obviously it was 6 in the morning. It was madness. Yeah, my sleep patterns were all over the place, and I still kind of my sleep pattern's still all over the place, even all these years later. Doing night shifts actually kill you, believe it or not. It's madness. As long as it's under that scumbag RTD, it does not deserve to win. Daniel has been very vocal on RTD lately. Um, I'll just say this: I think for you, right? Because I find it a great help, and I think people will agree with me in the chat. I think you need to kind of let it all out in relation to RTD. I think you really need to get everything out of your system in relation to them. So maybe a pre-record or a live stream, and you can get all of that out of your system. Um, because I'll tell you, it's not healthy, mate. Um, you know, he look. The bottom line is right. We know what RTD has done to everybody in this fandom, right? And how it's affected people. And this is what he did. This is what these fans don't understand, right? The ones that say everything is rosy. You don't get it. They never will, right? But for you, I think it's a good idea to get that all out of your system, like I did yesterday. It's the only way. It's the only way that you're going to be able to move on from it. Because in fairness, you bring it up all the time, even though you say you're moving on. And I'm not having a go. I was like that as well. You got to you got to finally, face it and get it all out your system. It's the only way that you'll be able to move on. And you're doing well with your wrestling and your other streams. And then one day you'll wake up and you'll finally be able to just get on with it. I'm talking about it because I choose to talk about it now. Some people will probably say, no, it's probably a good idea. If you don't, maybe you should move on. But I think last night was what I needed. And I'm pretty good today. I just think you need to get it. I think there is a lot of fans that have a lot of pent up issues with RTD or anger or whatever it is. And I think if you get it out, then you can move on. You know, I know he's hurt you, man, with what he did with the Davros. I know he hurt you, right? Everybody knows what he did, right? And he won't be forgiven. So don't you worry. But you do need to get it out of your system. You do. It'll be good for you in the long run. I'm only looking out for you, you know that. Anyway, these are all brilliant. And you've all been through the mill with this show. And that's the thing. It has been an emotional roller coaster. And you know, I think what it is because everything else. I've kind of after last night, I was kind of sitting and pondering, and I came to the conclusion that the reason why I think I was anyway, emotional, and why we all are as fans very emotional right now, is because everything else out of our control that's going on around us, and it does feel like that it's hopeless out there. And I think we latch on to these things that we grew up with because we want to think of the times when everything it wasn't perfect, but it was better than what it was. And that's what I think. I think that's what it is for me. No matter what you do, you try to make the best of it. Everything around you and stuff that's going on is going to end up affecting you eventually. So we latch on to these things. We latch on to things that we grew up with that made us feel happy as kids or teenagers, whatever it is. And that's the bottom line. Yeah, exactly. We need hope, and that's what it is. So I mean, look, we're in interesting times. Let's just hope common sense and sanity prevails, and people see that this is not the course that we should be going down, and that everybody needs to stop the nonsense. And I mean everybody. You know, we need peace in the world. We need to be coming together, not being divided or separated, but they're deliberately doing it. He could attach the field to drones, says Scottish Davros. Yeah, but you know how long it take? Hold on. How long would it take from a drone from Dublin, Ireland, to reach to where Chris is in Canada? The food will be bleeding cold. I'd have to put it in an ice box and then you'd have to heat it up in the microwave. And I'm against that shit. You don't reheat good food in the microwave, especially fish. No way, man. Yeah, well, we'll see if the yeah. But when he was talking about a beacon of hope, he wasn't talking about a beacon of hope for for people like us. He was talking about a beacon of hope for the trans community and all the other people that he's been pandering to since he's been back. Let's call it as it is, right? If I felt like that this show was giving me hope and giving you hope, we wouldn't be sitting here today giving out that the show is in an awful state. I don't know, man. So that's what I think. He wasn't referring to hope in the general term. We've seen the messages in and what he means, man. It's so obvious. But let's hope that the fact that these specials haven't done well and the Christmas special didn't uh, light the imagination of the public. Uh, we'll see what happens. I mean, season one's already still in the can, but apparently there was some reshoots and special effects needed to be fixed up or whatever it was. Bull crap. Um, so maybe this change is being made because they realise that what they put out so far isn't great. You'd like to think that, but of course, I'm cynical these days, and I don't believe that they'd actually do anything to 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 make it for who they say it is, for everybody, right? This bullshit term that they come out with every time. Yeah, Doctor Who's for everybody, and then they just plant a message in for a group of people. Okay, yeah, it's for everybody. Salmon is the best fish, though. Trout is nice too. I do like salmon and trout. I have to say, I'm a big fan of trout. I like me haddock as well. And I like a bit of mackerel. Mackerel's a bit oily, but I do like. Look. I like mouse fish. Got to be honest. There's not a fish that I would turn down really. Um, Fish is fish, isn't it? But I do like a bit of hake. It's nice. Um, I only discovered hake actually about, I think I was in me 20 years ago, maybe now at this stage. But yeah, I never really ate hake because back in the day I ate kippers. Remember the kippers, redfish and fucking little whitefish as well. And, you know, because when you were growing up back in the day, especially in Dublin, you didn't have much money. So you went down and you bought the fish that was affordable. And kippers were always affordable. They used to stink the place out, but they were fucking lovely on bread, bit of butter, sandwich. As some of these people don't deserve their positions, spineless cowards seeking to jump on trends. Yeah, well, that's just the way it is, isn't it? Life isn't fair. Uh, but yeah, I do like me. I do like me fish. Yeah. Oh, and when I was a kid, I used to pick winkles. Remember, and cockles and mussels, and we used to bring them home, scrub them, and then we'd cook them. Back in the day, when they were actually probably safe to eat. I don't know if people still do that. I'm pretty sure people still go winkle picking. But you probably won't be able to call them winkles anymore because someone out there will probably find them offensive. But there you go. Science fiction shows in the UK are at least are a dying concept right now. So glad Dune is doing well. Yeah, I have. It's to be quite honest with you, I know there's a game, isn't there? I was never really into that. I don't know, man. I saw the trailers and I was kind of like, nah, looks too Star Warsy for me. See, I'm not kind of a fan of those sort of things. I kind of like me science fiction that makes you think and question stuff and is intelligent, like Doctor Who used to be, you know, before they dumbed it down for the masses. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I've got to cook dinner. Then I've got to get ready for the member stream at 7 o'clock, and then in between that, obviously, take a bit of a break and a breather. Um, I might even move that Thursday stream, not the one on the members, but the one on X, to over the weekend or something, because I don't think it's a good idea to be doing three streams. Um, even though I'm going to be chilling in the other one, but still, yeah, I think he's all right. I think I'll just pace myself, won't I? Because it'll be a good idea. Um, I'm surprised they aren't trying to cancel Dune, given it's a white person coming to save a tribal brown people. Dune is a Game of Thrones meets sci-fi. LOL, that's my interpretation. Yeah, not for me, not for me. Then, uh, not my kind of thing. Lindsay says, enjoy our movie night. We will indeed. Thank you, Lindsay. Well, as I said, obviously everybody be in the chat, but it's just a pity I can't give the memberships to people like you guys that have been here um, a long time. But hopefully YouTube gets around to giving the memberships when I give them away. Because it'd be nice to see some of you in the membership streams joining us tonight. So 7 o'clock, it's Ghostbusters Afterlife. Get your copy ready, Blu-ray, DVD, or whatever streaming platform you've paid for, or whatever it's on streaming platform it's on. I don't know what streaming platform it's on. Oh, it's probably because I don't. But get it ready. Come and join myself, Real Super Doctor, and I'm pretty sure Chris Persia will be there because he loves the all movie streams as well. And he did the thumbnail actually for us. So when I finish this, that's the next thing that I actually have to do. Just get the membership stream ready. But Chris has done the thumbnail for our movie watch along. So thank you for that, Chris. And also Chris has been himself giving away some memberships. He's gifted them actually, so he's paid for them. So he has gifted um, I think 15 maybe in total now at this stage um, over the last couple of days. So when is Lee back? Do you know what? I'm going to sort that out now in a few minutes because every stream, everybody is asking me when is Lee back. So do you know what? I'm going to grab him by the coattails and try get him on. Okay. He's back. He's back on X anyway, and he has been busy and he's doing other people's streams. So I want to give him a bit of breathing space. But he did indicate to me, as I said, and I've been saying this to you for the past couple of days. He has indicated that he wants to come back and do a stream. I just haven't gotten around to talking to him about it yet because he's been busy and I've been busy, as you know, guys. So I will because yeah, I've been saying, I even sent him a message. You have to come back on. Everybody keeps asking, and you know what? We all miss streaming with you. We miss the banter and all because he's not all about screaming and shouting. You know, he's a funny guy. But we'll get him back on. Um, I'll have a word with him. I'll have a word with him today, right, and see if we can organise something. Okay. It's just as you know, everybody is doing different stuff at the moment. That's just the way it is, and I'm glad Lee is busy. You know, because if he's busy, he means that he's working hard, and if he's working hard, then he's obviously being paid for it, and that's great because he's as you know, he's ourselves guys. He does some great work out there, and he's been struggling with um like us all financially. So it's nice to see that there's a bit of an uptake and that he's doing some great work. So go and support his channel, uh, Audred Audio Visual, and the problem being is his other channel, and he throws up his work on the first channel. So go and check it out and give him your support. Um, and share his content because that'll help him get more people his way, and hopefully, We can keep Lee busy all year round, so he doesn't have to worry like us all. Do you know what I mean? So give him a help out is what we help everybody out anyway. I just love his worldview, don't we all? Lee has a fan club. Yes, he does. Yeah, they all look. They do. Everybody follows Lee around anywhere he's streaming anyway, and it seems to be the case with me because I've been streaming on other people's channels, and now people are starting to be seeing in those chats, and it's nice. That's what I said. I love this. Right, this is why I love you guys in the chat because you go and support everybody that we end up even connecting with, or people that have been on this panel and they go on they're on other channels. It's great. It's great. It, so yeah, Netflix has Ghostbusters Afterlife. Chris is saying it's available there. So if you're joining us for the member streams, it's there on Netflix if you've bought Netflix or paid for its subscription. And Scottish Stavros and Friends Wrestle with Pop Culture says Brendan is great too. He is, and go and check out his channel, The Sounds Fair, and check out Daniel's channel there, Scottish Stavros and Friends Wrestle with Pop Culture, and of course Cinnamon Toast Crunch's channel, Jack Met's channel, Type 40, the Rabbi from Another Planet, Sean from the Nerdaholics, Chris, aka Ballstrick, and let me see, I've done pretty well there. The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, and the Super Doctor's channel as well. Yes, and I think I mentioned nearly everybody there. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I see Chris is actually throwing some channels in there first, so that's absolutely fantastic. Obviously, hopefully, you're not still driving. Because that would be absolutely amazing that you could drive and do the type and the links at the same time. And no, you're no PD Rich. Oh, for God's sake. Did I miss loads? I probably did. But anyway, Chris is putting them all. Oh, yeah. Gobster talks about things. Sorry, I knew there was one. Gobster talks about things as well. It's not typing, it's copy and paste, no problem. And with that said, I did mention the Spacebook there. All the channels are going up. I just want to thank Chris. Thank you very much. And I'll talk to all you members later on tonight for Ghostbusters Afterlife. That's 7 p.m. UK time for all you guys on the other side of the pond. And the Nerdaholics and all's gone in there as well. There you go. So yeah, join us for that membership stream, Ghostbusters Afterlife. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. We need it anyway, don't we? And near the end of the week, no better time to do it. So myself, Real Super Doctor on the panel. I'm pretty sure Chris, because he always is with us and always has been with us for the movie zone. We'll probably see Chris there in the chat as well. So don't leave Chris on his own, all lonely in the chat. If you're a member, get in there with him and let's have a discussion about Ghostbusters Afterlife and let me know what you guys thought of the movie. I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Let's see if Doctor Who can win the best Bafta TV moment for the boy generation. I say it hasn't got a hope in hell. Let's see what happens. Stranger things have happened in this industry, but I think it's safe to say this time that the boy generation will not win the best TV moment. If it does, it's an absolute shambles, in my opinion. And of course, we will react to it if it does win, because we'll have a great laugh trying to figure out why it won. Yeah. Anyway, talk to you soon. Have a good one. And for the rest of you on the channel that aren't members, I will see you guys tomorrow. For you members, I'll see you tonight. Have a good one. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. And we will talk very, very soon.